No.
Well, I mean, it is Cinco de Drinko, so we can always chat about that.
Oh, man, I should have brought tequila. Hope! Hope! Can I have tequila? Bottle, please. All right. This is better. What? Yeah.
I hope
mezcal.
we need all of that on our podcast part.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we're saving this. What? No. This is all the wait, I need a cup. Thank you. I got the mezcal this time. Like a shot glass maybe, or a... Thank you. Yeah, I got my hair did, and I like this haircut because, like, I feel like you don't have to do anything to the top because the sides are short. So it's like a hairstyle all onto its own.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. I'm not going to drink this much. Holy... What do you think I am? It is Cinco de Mayo. We're recording early. All right. This is no longer a family-friendly show.
Episode whatever, not rated PG-13.
Episode 13, rated R. All right, let's do it. We are friends from Craigslist.
Woo! Ooh, that was fire! Yeah.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to the show, episode 13. We're recording a little early, so it is Cinco de Mayo. What up? You can watch us on YouTube, watch us on Instagram, TikTok, and of course, listen wherever podcasts are sold or free. Stream it now. Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you listen. And please rate and review because we want to see your nice comments, even if they're crappy.
We want to see all the comments. We'll take the crappy ones too.
We'll take them. What's up, Grace?
How you doing? Have you ever tried the Rocks tequila? Have you seen he made his own tequila?
Dude, no, the Terramana? No,
Yeah,
I have not. I'm curious, though.
Me too.
I know that for today, for Cinco de Mayo, he said if you go to an establishment that carries his tequila and you order, I think, a drink or a shot or something with his tequila, that you get free guac. So I'm like,
yeah, I saw that. Or but I thought you had to submit your receipt to him and he'll Venmo you or something.
Wait, The Rock can Venmo me? I'm going.
Venmos you. I don't know what it was, but I saw that.
Well,
I'm very curious what it tastes like.
I know. I feel like, I don't know. I want it to be good because I love The Rock.
I want it to be the new protein shake is The Rock's tequila.
Dude, right? Could you imagine our tequila is pure whey?
Oh, yeah, when you do this tequila, yeah.
Our tequila is pure whey protein and it's fucking delicious. So I have mezcal because I was gonna have a little bit of tequila, but I don't know. To be honest to God, we're just low on tequila and I'm too lazy to go get it. So I have mezcal. And we're not sponsored,
from, Michoacan.
Michoacan. It's actually from Oaxaca.
Oh, I love a good Oaxaca.
Oaxaca. You're not going to see the label because we're not sponsored by them. AKA, hey guys, if you want to
sponsor, you want to sponsor us and The Rock, everyone tag, comment The Rock.
Please.
Just. Because why not? And I think it'd be pretty funny if a bunch of people tag The Rock in our stupid little podcast. Cause
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
The Rock, I'll give you a free shirt. You'll be number one. Do you remember what we're celebrating? That's really bad, right? I worked in restaurants, primarily Mexican establishments. Not the people, Mexican food establishments, which also had the people, but. I forget. I'm a terrible person. What is Cinco de Mayo celebrating? Do you remember? Is it it's not freedom. I'm an asshole.
This is bad. Hold on.
I feel really bad. I should have looked this up. I was doing my due diligence.
I can't believe you just put us on the spot like that.
I know. I don't know. See, these are just the things I think about.
What is Cinco de Mayo celebrating? Cinco de Mayo instead commemorates the Mexican army victory over Napoleon 3rd's French force at the Battle of Puebla.
I wonder if Cinco de Mayo is like the Mexican version of Thanksgiving. Because
it's not, well, this one says, contrary to popular belief, Cinco de Mayo doesn't commemorate Mexicans' Independence Day.
Right.
It marks the victory over the French battle. Mexican Independence Day is celebrated on September 16th.
Because I feel like when we do Thanksgiving, it's like it's nice, but it's also like nah, like we just like took over people's land and we fuck shit up, and it's actually kind of dark, and like Columbus Day, ooh baby. I am not well versed enough, but I was gonna say cheers, but I drank a bit, so metaphorical cheers. All
right, so now we're at more educated, more drunk, and happier all around, because that's what you do.
Baby, I was going to say in the intro, which I completely forgot, that it is the 13th episode, so it's either going to be extremely lucky or unlucky, and I know for one party involved, the next topic of my conversation, it's going to be very unlucky for, which it may turn lucky for me, because I got to walk that fine line of political correctness, and if you teeter one way or another, you could get canceled, so let's be gentle. And also, put a disclaimer that Grace is a gay woman. I don't know why, it just feels like a safety blanket.
Is this our safety net right there?
Yeah, and I think I was a gay man in a past life, so I think we're cool,
I mean, for those who don't know, he has more genes than I know anybody that does, and more expensive genes. So there was definitely some debate when we were living together.
Which one was actually homosexual?
Yeah, and he had more face care, hair care, fancier stuff than I ever did.
I would say this is easy, but I'd be lying. Let me tell you, actually, on a side note, I recently realized that one cannot get jacked and sexy by just doing cardio. Not realizing, I just I purposely hid it away. I knew that I needed to do weights and things like that, but I was like, man, I'll just, I'll burn the fat first. Yeah, that's how it works.
Right.
Clearly, obviously, lifting weights, burns fat too. So I've gotten back into it, and I'm so sore. But when you first start working out again, and you're like, yo, I look so good, and then someone that you see every day, i.e. Hope or Casey, is just like, you kind of look the same.
Yeah.
Baby,
what I've been struggling with is I feel sexier than when I look in the mirror. I feel like I've been putting in work, and just nothing's happening. And that's what's pissing me off.
I've been there.
And it's it's not worth the work if it ain't getting the results. And I'm sure I'm going to get all these comments that are like, oh, well, you should try this supplement, and you should be doing this more, and you should be doing this more. I track eating. I don't.
Oh yeah, are you doing that? I remember you did the Fitness Pal at one time.
Yeah, I do that. So I know I'm in a caloric deficit, which everyone's like, caloric deficit, being a caloric deficit. I also know that I eat what I want to eat. So I will have a chocolate bar, and I will have pizza on the weekends. And definitely my weekends are not my strongest. And I get that. And people are going to go, well, that's why you're not seeing the results. Okay, I hear you.
Right. It's called a cheat day, okay? I know people do cheat meals, but this is a cheat day, y'all.
This is a cheat weekend. Yes. But I'm also not trying to be like you go like this and there is no, I don't need to be that level.
Sure.
So there's got to be, the work I'm putting in, I should be not that level. I get that. I don't want to be there. I don't want to commit that way. But there's that level before that I feel like the work and commitment and 70% of the week healthy eating, whatever, should give me those results.
I agree. But I mean, you could also, you see yourself every day, and that's for true. Me, it's like I don't look at the scale ever, really.
Yeah.
Maybe once every 6 months, but it's when I look in the mirror, how I look, how I feel, Obviously, like, shoot, it takes so much freaking work, right? Like, it's insanity.
Yeah.
But you get there, and you look good to me. So screw everybody else.
Stop it, you.
I was doing so well, I really wasn't ready for the tequila mezcal hang. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been eating healthy and working out, and now when I drink this, I'm like, oh, it's all being washed away. Anyway, that's not how it works, but it's fine. I lifted weights today. We're going to burn it off during this podcast because it's about to get intense. Let's pour a little bit more as we get into our topic of the day.
I am ready. And again, we're dancing a line here, so put a cap on it.
I'm really glad you just stopped me because I was going to call this person by their original name, and now I have to politically correct. Call her by her correct name of Caitlyn Jenner. Running for governor. What up? Okay, so yeah, go ahead, please.
No, you go first.
Well, okay. I was going to start off. So I did my research today, and apparently tonight at 8 o'clock, she's doing a one-on-one with Sean Hannity. Now, if that's not telling enough that she's on Hannity, that she will be doing a one-on-one with, like, the most, like, right-wing person in the world. But anyway, I was going to start this whole thing off with, like, oh, what does she know about politics? She's done nothing about politics, blah, 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 blah. But I also just remind myself that Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So I was going to say, I feel the same about her running and Arnold Schwarzenegger running. Like, I don't know that I think the sentiments of there have to be more suited people who understand and have grown up and have studied and have focused on the government, how things are run, and our world's issues outside of the spotlight, that they have lived in their entire lives, that are better representations in those areas than either of them. So I don't think now there's interesting aspects to your point about her being more Republican side and when you would expect to be more Democratic side.
Because the guy right now, the governor currently is a Democrat, which I appreciate because, I've never been a huge politics guy, ever. I respect it. And I do my best, my darndest, to understand what the heck's going on, which is challenging enough, right? Because one day it's this thing, the next day they backtrack and they say a different thing, or whatever.
Yep.
But like, I really don't want to overgeneralize, But even today, McCain, not Megan, the other one. Or, I don't know. Somebody, maybe not. Again, see, I'm really bad at this. But one of them was like, one Republican was like, hey, like, the Republican Party has to stop, like, lying. Like, the election wasn't stolen. If you're lying about that, like, it's enough of this. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm on the sidelines. Like, y'all could fight. The drama is over there. That's how I like to be. I saw myself in this woman. I'm like, I like to watch the drama, but not be a part of it, right?
Yeah.
And then the Republican Party was like, oh, this bitch is crazy. I'm like...
So, I think there's a larger issue here on both sides where it is falling farther and farther to the extremes. And it's unfortunate because and maybe this is naive, hope that the majority of the U.S. is closer to the middle than they are the extremes. And when we have people in charge who are the extremes, you get the extreme people. And again, both sides, Democratic and Republican, both sides of the extreme are annoying and have their own issues. And when you have people in charge who lean both ways and help to spur that, they tend to be the loudest and they tend to cause the most trouble on both sides. And it's like, it goes back, like why can it be a lot closer to that middle ground where a Democrat can easily vote for a Republican that election because they have more points that kind of teeter the line versus right now, neither side is going to even come close to voting for the other one because they have to make such drastic, choices. I have to choose Trump or like you're so far of the spectrum that you have to make these drastic like commitments when really most people, again, naive, I like to believe, are in this middle area where I could go, one of the two ways based off actually their stances versus having to make such extreme things.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, in an ideal world, like that's a thing. But okay, so here's the analogy that I'm going to give. I believe, so you've been to the city, like when you had your fitting for your wedding, you came to the city, right? And there were a lot less people on the streets. Now, granted, we were in like Flatiron, right? So there was a bunch of people. But typically, like even downtown on 14th Street, even up by here, up by Hope's old apartment on Harlem, there were just a lot less people. So it opens up it opens up the streets, right? And you just open up your eyes to see how many more homeless people there are in the street, right? And I mean that like it's terrible, but there are some crazy people, but like sidebar, there are like if you take like 10% of like Jeff Bezos's like earnings or what he's worth, we could cure homelessness. Just saying. But like, anyway, not to go there. So this crazy pandemic and less people being on the streets exposes us, opens our eyes to the actual problems at hand. If you didn't recognize it before, same thing with government, in my opinion. So like Trump came along and like screwed up the world, right? And all these Republicans are like standing behind him, and then they had that insurrection and all these like quote unquote crazy people. I think they're fucking crazy. I don't want to speak for you, but my personal beliefs, these fucking people are crazy. But it just because we've had him, now you see more of this division, right? And then like you said, like I'd like to think that too, that there are more people in the middle, but all we're seeing now, like media, is just this side A, side B, black, white, blue, red, whatever it may be. And it's absolutely
and every story is made out to the extremes. Like even and I don't want to actually go down this rabbit hole, but even like the Black Lives Matter and like the the killings from the police, like it's made. I'm not saying there needs to be change, 100%. Things need to, be taken into consideration. Racism still exists, all that sort of stuff. But the stories that get told are so extreme. And there is no, that was a bad situation. That was wrong. That could have been handled this way, or it was, the right way to handle it, but could have also been done this way, but like resulted in like there is no like normal person reporting on all these things. Like there is, I joke and I'm like, where's the Green Party? I don't know who they are or what they represented, but maybe we all should just be a Green Party or like invent a new party that's like the no bullshit, tell the facts party. And that's what it is.
But you know what? I will say, circling back, I will say the one thing that if I didn't make it apparent enough to our listeners, I am not a big Trump fan, to say the least. And thank God for tequila. And I didn't really drink today because I'm working out. I'm not eating. I'm going to lose weight. But one thing I will say that it was good about this time, if there's anything that I could sort of pick out of the rubble, was that honestly, because he was president, it goes to show that, like, if you have no fucking experience, like, everyone has an opportunity to run.
Well,
in a
look
positive
at California.
way. Yeah. So, like, it's kind of nice because I think originally, back in the day with the founding fathers, or whatever, when this was originally conceived.
But is that a good thing that anybody can run?
I don't know.
Because I should
Oh wait, disclaimer: anybody with money can run. Because it just opens up money.
But again, is that a good thing? Because if I got a bunch of money, I, similar to you, admit I am not super ingrained in politics. I know enough to be educated. I know enough to have a conversation, but I don't know the ins and outs. I don't want to know the ins and outs. It's not the same way. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to try to be a surgeon when it comes down to it. I watch Grey's Anatomy, so I know enough to be dangerous in a situation. But I can't do it. I shouldn't be given that power just because I feel like it.
I was watching White Collar last night, Speak Up, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna steal some art. I'm gonna make some fake Picassos and switch it out at the MoMA.
Great show.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
That was such a good show.
Oh, God. But yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. And it shouldn't be, honestly, man, I will say, all right, again, like you're saying, in an ideal world, like, and you have your regular Joe, like you and I, and like maybe you want to run because you can now because the floodgates are open, or Schwarzenegger, Donald Trump, like, maybe there's some fundraising routes, but you obviously will have the upper hand if you are wealthy. And most of the times, those like Donald Trump people, the wealthy, and I mean, I don't know Arnold Schwarzenegger from a hole in the wall, so maybe he's also just a wealthy guy that wants some influence. And that's why they do it, right? It's like, because I've done everything else and I'm a bajillionaire, so fuck it, I'm going to be president. Maybe it's like little penis syndrome. But Arnold Schwarzenegger looks like he's got an elephant trunk for a cock, so who knows? I know, okay.
Episode 13, folks. Arnold Schwarzenegger's elephant trunk.
Okay. Wait, do you know? Oh, God, I don't know. This might be an off-the-air question. That would be bad. Listen, you don't become governor, you might as well run again. The other kind of run. Literally. Damn, man. Yeah, here's the thing. We'll look. I'm gonna watch it tonight at 9, and I honestly, listen. I want to give her a shot. I want to see what she has to say. I'm gonna do my best not to have preconceived notions. Her whole family is famous off of literally nothing.
Yeah.
Like
I have opinions about the family in general, and it goes back to my deep-seated it's jealousy. That people get famous 100%. And I'm going to be mad at them for being famous for nothing because I think I could do better at doing nothing than them. And I feel that about every influencer, every TikTok star, every whatever. I dislike you because I think I can do nothing better than you. And it's not fair that you get to do nothing and get paid more than me when I do something and don't get paid as much as you. So, deep-seated issues.
You remember that Paris Hilton show when it was like when we were in like high school?
Yeah.
It's like she was on like a ranch, right, or whatever. I forgot what it's called. And I was like, oh, this.
What happened to Paris Hilton?
Jesus. Last I heard, there were like sexual allegations against someone in her family or whatever, and she kind of went to do her thing. But at the time, I was like, God, this woman is such a. And at least, like, her family, like, created a hotel empire.
Right.
But, like...
I mean, she didn't do anything.
No, but, like, at least they did something.
Right.
But at least, like, Bruce Caitlin was an Olympic athlete. Cool.
Yeah.
But the rest of them just sit around making a TV we could make such a good TV show.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
we could do so well at, like, not... Just being us in a video following us around. Like, 100% we could make good TV. Dude, and you guys are going to think, oh, well, your podcast is boring and all those hater troll comments. Well, screw you. I bet if they sat on a podcast before anybody knew them, they wouldn't think they're funny either. So.
And you know what? At least we're doing something. We're developing. We're getting better every episode.
Yeah.
And we should bring tequila to every episode.
Definitely.
What up? It's making me sweat so much. Oh my God. I haven't drank recently. Yeah, dude. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to tonight, and I want to hear her out. I'm trying to push down the whole you don't know politics whatsoever. And I have no vote in it anyway because it's for for California, and I won't even go there on Cuomo because Cuomo is, in my book, it's a real roller coaster with me and Cuomo. Like, I bought the book, I read the book, I went through the COVID. It was, God, man, it's a lot. It's a lot of up and downs, and I really, God, I just want him to be my uncle so bad. Like, how cool would that be? You know?
Episode 13.
Episode 13. I think more lucky than unlucky, despite having unlucky turns.
Yeah. Even though we had a roller coaster, apparently over here.
We are roller coastering away. But listen, let's do a fun one next week. Let's do a Let's Be Honest. Let's get it from the viewers. Please continue to email us at friendsfromcraigslist@gmail.com or go on over to our TikTok at friendsfromcraigslist. I just posted a video there asking for some Let's Be Honest material. Shoot a comment. We'll tag you in the episode if we talk about your topic.
Yeah. Who knows? We could be the next Kardashians.
We could. I'm Courtney. Hey. I don't want to be Kim, you know? It's like too much.
You have to actually be the Kardashian. I just know it would be the next big
That's our
thing.
show.
Like
The Graystashians.
Yeah,
Hey. Okay. I'll stop now. Oh, everyone that's listening to this episode, go to YouTube and watch this one because it's a good one.
Yeah.
And we walk the line of political correctness, so that's good, I think.
Yeah, and comment. You know, give the bullshit, take the bullshit, give it all. Have an opinion. That's life. Have an opinion because you can be open and have a conversation about it, not be a dick about it. And that's what we're all about.
And while you're commenting, if it's something negative, remember, Grace is a gay female. And in a past
Here's
life,
our ticket card that we're just putting out there for that
blanket. So, yeah, episode 13. What up?
Right on.
Let's exploit sexuality. We'll see y'all next week before the tequila kicks in. Have a good one. Thank you so much.